had to plead for 10 minutes instead of 5 just because of what I want to share with us. And like we can see, our Father in the Lord will be 80, and we are looking for 8 million souls. That's easy if we have enough powerful CEOs in the house. We can stumble on money, but we cannot stumble on wealth because wealth is built. And businesses don't fail. It's people that fail when they fail to understand the tenets and the principles guiding this business. I am one person, I believe God is holding me with an iron fist to see the gaps in the church all over our country. We have not found one ministry that have institutionalized entrepreneurship. We have huge Bible schools, we have universities, we have nursery, primary, secondary, but I've not seen any ministry that has laid the emphasis in creating kings. We have too much of priests, and we are supposed to be kings and priests. In the spirit of that, I began to see a major problem immediately COVID-19 happened. A lot of the few ones among us that are heavy, that picks the bills, their businesses are shaking. And there is, a lot of shakeups, because before then, we have just about 7% of the church who finance the 93% of the projects. So the number is reducing and is alarming. Like the going says, the rich also cry. I will just tell you a story. 2018, there is this friend of mine who has the biggest outdoor media, multimedia in Abuja. At least in a year, it turns over about 3 billion. January alone, for the digital billboard he has in Abuja, about 10 of it, MTN will make a down payment of 500 million. So he called me and he said, JFK, I want you to please help me that all this, my staff, about 150 of them, they don't know left from right. I do all the work, I bring out the jobs, and I'm just afraid, So, and I told him, I said, he's even told me he has brought in Philip Consulting, some other bigger, and he said, but he really can't really get what he really needs, that all these guys are just here to get what they need, and he has been trying his best. So I gave him our recommendations, and he did only 15% of it, and he said our charges were too much, and he discarded us. Unfortunately, immediately COVID-19 was about to happen. He called me and he said, please come. And he said, JFK, I met some guys in Lagos who don't want to invest 20 billion in my business, but they gave me a condition that I must stop to be the MD, I must become the chairman. I laughed. Trust me, I doubled the amount. I said, now you're ready. So he said he's ready, and he paid. So I had to bring one woman from this town who had been in total for 14 years. I made the woman the GM. And I told him that she will become your MD if you can take these steps. So I told him to go to Lagos. Those guys who want to meet, to go and start an office in Lagos, leave this woman. She has a wealth of experience. So all the tests she gave the woman passed beyond and far and beyond. So she left the woman in Abuja and went to Lagos. To the glory of God, this is our friend now. Just watch, between January and March, the biggest billboard in the world, it's on the 3rd mainland. It's almost done now. He has been able to stop the local league and he has moved to premiership, so to speak. To do all these things, popular thing, because over 16,000 organizations, even in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, only 3% of them have a functional corporate profile, brochure, business plan, which is different from business proposal. So this is the gap, and it's not a popular thing, but graciously, I've been doing the little I can do with our local banks, trying to source funds for people, but the trouble is too much. To get a fund here in this country, and you don't do what they want to do, you don't want to eat the red pottage, you don't want to buy it's difficult. So I decided to go outside the country, and by the grace of God, we found over 300 institutions in the world that are giving grants and most especially loan for a business that has a functional, bankable business plan, business proposal, and a brochure. So the other day we bought into this, and the same with the Bunga, and we decided that we are going to make this opportunity available for our people. You know, the United Nations is burdened with about 7 major industries that must be attended to. It's called the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. So we have a committee already that we have already established here, about 8 people in this church. We work together, and we're looking at 21st and 22nd of January to have a 2-day workshop on how to write a bankable business plan. It's free. The attendance is free, and we should not be excited because it is free. And also, the big boys who knows that you need the next level, you need to access $100,000 or $1 million, need to attend the meeting. Our committee is saying we should not make it free. I insist, let it be free. Anyone who is going to come, let them come, but it's going to be free. It's just to show us this gap, why the big boys are failing. While oil and gas has been our major dependence, and we need to understand that the world has moved away, the economy of the world. Zoom, Skype, and FaceTime were virgins of Matthew chapter 25. FaceTime and Skype were the foolish virgin. Zoom is the wise virgin. You can control your preparation, but cannot control your opportunity. But you know, this is not the time for all that lecture. But it's going to be 10 to 5 on that Friday and Saturday. And it's free. Bring your lunch. We just want to show us this gap, and then we'll go into this business plan and project it to international organizations, and we stay behind you to defend it. And I can assure you, when they see what they are looking for, they see the authenticity. Some of us might need to diversify. Some of us might need to actually look into these opportunities. And once a student is ready, teacher will appear. And when there's a will, there will be a way. So I want to encourage us. Other people we know that they are struggling. You can see it's not like before. Talk to them, and let's meet here on those 2 days, and wherever we share these views. It's key for us to understand that we are not just priests. We need to be better kings. Thank you very much.